Hello again, and welcome to my little ride here. We have planned 3 days, 2 nights here on the High Trestle Trail and the Racoon River Valley Trail, making kind of a lollipop loop. Nice one that kind of gives us a training ride. So here I stuffed everything into my bike. Primarily everything is in the bag. The front panniers really only held half of the tent and a water bladder just for overnighting. So the packing was really done kind of in a rush here, not really good planning, but it gets us out. So the key is to still think a little bit about packing, definitely how I'm gonna pack the bike in the fall, what I should take along and what not, although that I find that to be easier than how to really pack things on the bike. Luxury items, obviously you see it right there, is my hat that you can just pull out any day, any time of the day, and roll out pretty much anywhere and just lie down, because from the hike I really noticed it's a nice thing to do, just to have a nice ground to rest anywhere you would like to. So we already did 10 miles on the street again, and the rest is just like this here, an awesome bike trail. So these few days should be fairly easy, but we'll find out as you come along on my ride here. Woo-hoo! These are the tunnels, bridges, whatever here right in Madrid. So the next scenery here will be the High Trestle Trail bridge itself, but before that we have a little coal mine thing. Pretty much what you're seeing riding past it is exactly what you're gonna see there. So maybe I need to change over my signal to a bell instead of woo-hoo! Since we're on a bike here. So yeah, it's a beautiful day here on the trail, just gorgeous. According to the weather forecast, it should be like that for the next 3 days. Today, tomorrow, and the day after that. And the 4th day should have rain again, or some thunderstorms or whatnot. But at that time, we should be done with this little lollipop loop. Gorgeous. Had a small snack, and now we're gonna cross the High Trestle Trail here. So this is an old railroad trail, an old railroad bridge across the Des Moines River. They redid the whole platform of the bridge, only the pillars were still standing. And the design of this bridge resembles the coal mines. So here you see the pillars that have the coal deposits in the ground that you would mine, and the bridge itself has these squares, so those are the mine supports. Normally you wouldn't try to make them so cricket as here. At night, not all of them, but the further ones in the middle are lit up in blue, and that looks fairly pretty. So when later in the year, when it gets dark earlier, you can come out here and check that out in the evenings. So in a second or two, we're gonna get a view of the Des Moines River. And right now I'm just enjoying to walk a little bit. Well, let's ride out to the center and I can show you from there. Exactly, this is why I brought that mat along. So I can just find a shady spot right here on the trail and stretch out, lie down, have a rest. Awesome. This is dinner for tonight. We are here in Dallas Central. Over there is a bathroom with running water. That's pretty nice. It's a small little nice town here. Might be the last town right before the night. So I'm decided to do dinner here. It's around 4:30 or so. Did cook a little bit too long, I think. This here doesn't have much liquid in it, so it burned on a bit on the bottom. Hope that didn't cause any too bad of a burn on the pot. Gonna live with it. So I'm gonna enjoy this meal here. The cool part is it's a nice small portion, not too much, because nothing is more annoying than having a huge portion and not knowing what to do with all that food. So gonna enjoy the meal here, then gonna slowly dilly-dally further south to where I'm gonna stay tonight, which isn't totally exact sure where that will be. We're gonna find out. Definitely a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful night too. Quite clear the sky. No worries about rain or anything. So really excited about that. See you later. It's getting evening here. We are riding toward Des Moines, West Des Moines or whatever that area is. And this is a newly built up area. Not sure what those factories are, but there's a tunnel coming. Woohoo! That is really nice, not having to cross the street. Yeah, that would be a place to sleep. Way too bright with the lights. Which brings us for tonight. Still no plan on where we're gonna sleep. Also have a pot to clean out and teeth to brush. And those these actions shouldn't be where you sleep. So somewhere we should be doing that. I'm not sure where. But we'll find a place. We'll find a place. That's what the adventure is all about. So I've seen closure signs along this trail a long time, and I never saw the closure. Now I went through one of the trail close signs, and that got me just perfectly right here. And there is another one, so I don't know if we can go past there or not. So I did check out, and the trail did not continue there on. Behind that orange fence there was a solid chainless link fence for blocking off the construction site where they did a small little bridge repair or redo. So at this point couldn't continue further. The detour would have meant going on the road, and it was just time to sleep anyway, find a spot to sleep. This path here, since it's being blocked, it wasn't traveled very much, or not at all. So I decided to set up right here on the trail, as you can see right from the videos here. Well, good night. So I set it up. I have my foam mat on the asphalt. Then I put on there the tent top footprint, the tent footprint, just so the sleeping bag doesn't get dirty. I also have my inflatable pad to give me the comfort, and it's beautiful. Probably the sleeping bag that I have is a little bit too warm. It's a negative 15 degree sleeping bag, but I wanted to be sure that I don't get too cold. So everything is great. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Good morning. Don't really want to get up yet. Probably about I'm probably at the location where it's fine to hang out and sleep in a little bit, I think. I don't know. Nobody coming right now. The night was quite well, actually, overall. In the evening it was till midnight about. It was really bright from the moon. Also the traffic was kind of busy like now, but the difference was that people were hitting the rumble strips quite a bit more. And that really keeps you awake, or wakes you up again, or avoids you to fall asleep. But once after midnight, I kind of zonked away and slept very well. It was there was a barn owl that came a little bit and was making some noise. But then I think a neighbor deer or so was telling him to shut up or whatever that noise was. That was a really weird noise. I'm gonna play that right now. Yeah, sad. Beautiful night. Gonna be a great day again. The one thing I noticed is, for one thing, I got pretty hard under this sleeping bag initially. Later, I still was sweaty, but I didn't get too hard. So that was kind of weird, being sweaty, but the right insulation kind of. So, don't know, totally. The bad thing is, it got all the dew on the sleeping bag. That's the problem of not having the tent. Sleeping bag gets it. So today, in the afternoon, I need to stop, hang the sleeping bag up so it can dry out somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out a little bit more and then get up, change into the cold, probably do close up on the bike. So, see you in a bit.
Well, we are packed now. The bike is ready to go. And way down there is a deer. Hey there! Don't know if you can see him, but we're gonna go down that path. And there's the closure. There's also kind of a fence thing. I'm gonna see if I can get through or not. I checked the Racoon River Trail. The bridge should be open to go. That was repaired apparently, yeah, last year. They didn't really state anything about the closure here. They just kind of hinted that there's some trail resurfacing. So I don't know what the status on that is. Hey buddy! Well, let's go. Worst case means we're gonna ride that street that we're hearing right next to us. See you down the trail. Ah, that is a bridge that's out. And that does not look like we can cross that. So, crap. I think it's gonna be a road ride. One more. So this is a nice wide shoulder here. So not too bad to ride on. But from what we heard last night, how many people hit the rumble strips, definitely didn't want to be last night out here. Especially with the sun setting ahead of me, which meant it was blinding all the people in front of us. So great place to stop, wait out for a better day. So over there is the bike sign, so I think that we get to the bike trail here again. So we're gonna take this gravel road in. So if that's it, wasn't too bad. Great spot for the night. Great spot to ride along. Awesome. And why the heck am I riding with on the gravel road with one hand? Oh boy. Ah, no! No! What? Ah, no! So we know the bridge is out there. Do you think something will be out here? Or is that just decoration? Ugh. I have time today. I think I'm gonna explore that and turn around if I have to. So we are now in Adele. This is maybe the lighted bridge. There are definitely lights on it. So I assume it is. So even here the trail is closed. So the website for the Racoon River Trail is definitely not up to date on what you can ride, what you can't ride. Wish that would be a little bit nicer. So I just talked to a local and he was asking me like, you seem like you're riding a lot. Is the trail really that bad? He was trying to convince me that the trail didn't need to be repaired and it's just a waste of government money. But I did ride the closed section there and the asphalt did have deep holes and ruts. The ruts make it very bumpy, but the deep holes, especially if you're on a road bike, it can throw you on the ground, so it's definitely needed. The bridges that they repair, I don't have a clue if that needed to be replaced or not. I didn't see the original bridges, so I mean, you have to keep things up, maintenance. The trails is a huge benefit. If you see all the people out on the trails, how much recreation they get, specifically locals, not really the long distance tour. That's just a really small section, but it's a really draw for locals to walk. I was going through yesterday at 4 o'clock, even out in the middle of nowhere, you start seeing again the bicyclists come up and passing you that just got off work and do their rides around town. You see a lot of people walking the trails with a stroller or just down near Des Moines, just jogging the trail. Especially in small towns, I noticed that people just gather in the small town section and really are along the trails. The other thing is the economy boost, really. There are a lot of restaurants and taverns along the trail. It's pretty amazing. Probably most of them are open on the weekends. And again, touring people like me, we are gonna go a little bit more on the cheapy side. Although occasionally, especially on a longer ride, you just need a good hearty meal. So you spend some money there too. But the locals really, for recreational, they stop at the bars and often are quite regular too. So the trail system helps a lot. So even though we pay taxes on that, it's worth it. So keep up on the trails. For me, I'm gonna go through Adele, and eventually I'm gonna stop to eat somewhere. Probably wait a little bit longer till it gets warmer so I can dry out some stuff. So I just probably ride through here and then find a place to make my breakfast camp. So, see ya! So I ate the breakfast here at the depot on Redfield. It's a nice little stop. There's some shade awnings and I have the sleeping bag out there to dry out. Since I packed that totally wet. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I might just do that again on the next stop as well. I think we don't have many miles today, so I can take it slow and take rest. Definitely very nice here. Cute little stop. Here we are inside of the depot. Some old pictures of this town. Got a cool little charging station here. Some benches if you need to sit out the rain, water, and a restroom. Here's a pretty cool map. So up here we see Ames, where we rode down to Slater, right here. In Slater we went to Madrid, Woodward. This is now connected here. The map isn't quite up to date. So in Perry we went all the way down here to between Walkie and Adele. Went to Adele, that's where some of the construction is on the trail. And now we're in Redfield. So the next trip is going to be up to Pandora, Yale, Herndon, and up to Jefferson. And we're going to stay at Jefferson overnight. And then we're going to go down here again, over to Perry, to this new stretch, Madrid, Slater, and up to Ames. And that was our trip. If you watched the video a couple weeks ago, you saw the bike ride from Ames down to Slater, the Heart of Iowa Trail, through here, all the way to Marshalltown. And that's the same way I'm gonna go for the ride to the end of, to the east side of the state. So I will go to Marshalltown and then go up and continue on. So now did everything. Gonna pack up and keep on riding. See you up the trail. Hey there, we're in Cooper. Not much right here. There is a little break area. Cool part is I have shade. Very cool, very cool. What we're actually standing here on is a scale. And if you look into the scale house, you see the mechanical scale dial. I think that's pretty cool. The bathrooms are closed and everything, but don't really need to. What I need is shade, and I got that. So Jefferson, the trail is aged, let's put it that way. I just talked to the mayor actually of Jefferson, just chatted a little bit. He was saying the trail is built in '95, so it's an asphalt trail, and between the seams the gaps are really large. I think sometimes 6 inches or so. I don't know. It really hits your bike strong with all the weight on it. Or if you have a road bike, I don't think you want to ride that too much. So it's kind of bad because people coming from the south might skip going all the way to Jefferson just to avoid that annoyance of a ride. So the mayor definitely is aware of that too, and they are planning on redoing this. He was saying the 10 miles down where they are planning on doing is 5 million, and so far they only got 2 million, hoping for federal money, but promises of that is pretty low right now, that anything there happens. So he didn't seem to be too positive about that happening pretty soon. I wish for them that that does happen, because such a trail is really, really nice. And I don't know, I would think it would also draw more people to come up to Jefferson to do the ride, and probably also from Jefferson down south as well. It's kind of a quality of life item, one of many, I think. So I'm gonna take a longer break here, just rest out of the sun. That will be nice. So see you down the trail. So we're here in Jefferson at the trail campsite. The last couple miles was kind of nice actually, because it was again smooth asphalt. So here we have a nice shelter right by the fairground. So here's the fairground. This grassy area is the trailside campground for bikers. Over there in the distance is the restroom and showers. So if you check that out, the restroom have a shower in there as well. Let's go there and show you. Well, never mind. The restroom is locked, so let's go and see if we can find a restroom somewhere else and hang out somewhere else until we can sleep. So the tent is set up. Bathrooms are still locked. Actually at the depot there's another bathroom too. That's locked too, of course. So I did go to the park a couple blocks this way. Shoot, forgot what the name is. Anyway, so yep. Hope we don't have to go out because residential houses there. Nicht sicher, wo man da pinkelt. Not sure where to pee here. And it's not gonna be that dark from last night, I noticed. So it is what it is. Gonna stick around here and so it gets a little bit more darker before going to bed. So first time in reality testing out this tent. Hope it's not gonna get too warm. After hot warm sleeping bag, I really wish I had a lighter one. But that's what this trip is about, right? To check out what works, what doesn't work. Anyway, if it were raining, we could actually set up right here in the shelter. There's a nice open area. If we needed power, there's some power. There's an Ethernet cable and a Wi-Fi. I think that's probably for some fair time or so. Anyhow, it'll be fine on touring. The whole key is to be flexible, to work with what you're getting thrown at, and don't overthink stuff too much. On the bright side, you probably get this spot for free here too. I think it's supposed to be $10 if you have the bathroom. Anywho, talk to you tomorrow. And oh yeah, still have to figure out, do I want to go down the trail and take the bumps or a road nearby? It's probably something to check out here tonight on the map. Anyway, good night. Sleep tight.
Good morning, guys. Beautiful night. Want to show you before the sun goes away, or comes out actually. It's a nice morning red. There's a German saying, Morgenrot, schlecht Wetter droht. And that is true. So the morning red, bad weather might come. And tonight there's a little forecast for a little chance, 40% of thunderstorms. But after that, the rest of the week is all sunny and beautiful and crazy, and no, I'm not ready to continue this right here yet. So today is the last day for me. So we're gonna be home before any kind of a rain happens. Maybe only 40% though. That would have been really an awesome week to continue on, man. Should have done a huge trip now already. No mosquitoes, no nothing. It is really, really, really nice. So keep that in mind. Awesome time of the year to go. Slept again, great, just like last night. Side effects, we are close to a railroad tracks here, and they honk a lot. Actually, it's not that close, it's across town, but they do like to honk here pretty heavily. Huh. This fairground also has quite a bit of lighting, but we have the tent up with the privacy shades here. It was definitely worth it. The sleeping bag is totally dry, so no condensation on that. Have to see if the tent has any condensation. Haven't gone out yet. My rear end is saying, yes, you have been on a bike for a while. And that hasn't gone away yet. Because I haven't pulled the butt colors yet. I haven't done any crazy long rides for ages. I'm gonna hang out here a little bit longer though before heading off. But yeah, that nice morning red. This is kind of beautiful. This position said no, that I don't have to worry about the rain. The sunrise behind the buildings. It's beautiful. What do you say? Definitely wouldn't give it a 10 out of a 10. But it's a nice place. Oh, would be better if I had a tree to pee behind. That's for sure. But that situation was okay. No problem. Holding things. Of course, I haven't drank anything. Probably horribly dehydrated. We'll do that as soon as I jump onto the bike. Can ride out and find a tree. Few minutes later, I can lie down more.
Okay, I'm feeling much better now. Out of town, had my long-awaited break of relief. So that's great. The hoo-ha-hoo rear end is reminding me that I've been riding a bike for 2 days, and what I'm not looking forward is once this path here becomes asphalt. Right now it's nice concrete. Once it becomes asphalt, we're gonna have the big bumps, and that's certainly going into my rear end as well. Morning. I don't know if you hear that, but the little leaves behind me that totally are calm on the ground. When I pass by them, I guess my panniers make so much turbulence that they start moving back there and I hear them. It's really weird. It's like I'm a semi here. Whoops! Shouldn't ride freehander while taking video. Anyway, another beautiful day. I'm gonna rack in some miles this morning as it's nice and cool. Then have a breakfast of the same old, since we didn't have much at home to get a huge diversity on meals. I did try out the mountain house yesterday morning. The oats with blueberries. I used hot water. That wasn't bad. It was a normal ration, meaning great if you're going cycling for just a couple days, because you really don't need to eat up, power up. You can just work on your fat reserve right down there, eat those guys up, but once you're out there for a long time, I think that would be a little too little, because actually, truth to be told, that breakfast I was eating more than just oats there and the blueberries. I put in some bagels again too. Anyway, I think overall my meal planning went quite well. Did not get any of the experience on going shopping or something like that. I think we'll find that out on the road probably. Don't overplan too much. A big thing I'm gonna do is revisit packing. Hey there, buddy. Because right now I have all the bags here. The front left one is totally empty. The front right has bags of all of the bladder in it. So I'm really kind of going overboard on bags for this trip. But the cool part is I did not need to worry about stowing anything nicely. Like not this morning, but last morning, I just shoved the sleeping bag into one of my rear pannier instead of the compression bag. Gravel road. Okay. They did actually do the concrete on those crossings, but the grader went over it and just pushed the gravel on top of the sides there, and fortunately nobody comes out there and sweeps that off. It's work, neither do I. Good morning! Yeah, so what I was saying is I need to plan here a little bit on the bags, what I need, what I don't need. I mean, it would be awesome if I can get rid of the front two veneers, but at the same time I do like to have extra space for food and water. Once I go diver to DC to ride, if I get to do the whole thing, which I hope, I know in Illinois, the channel there, so in the Quad Cities, I need to restock, because once I got onto the channel, there is not that much to restock. I'm not even sure about water too much. There is one place where there's a public place where I can get water. Oh, check out this bridge here. Woohoo! Isn't this awesome? I'm not totally sure which river we are crossing here. If I actually do enough post editing, I might put in the names of the river. There's some wind chimes. Luckily, no wind here, so you don't get to see the joy of the wind chimes. Where are we? Oh, Illinois, on the canal there. And I think it's also going to be the other two canals that I'm going to ride on. It's going to be really remote, and I need to take my supplies along for that. So that's where maybe the bags come in handy. So it could be that I just pack them empty or so. I don't know. Have to think about that. These Arkle bags that I have, they are definitely over 10 years old. Are they already close to 20 years old? Could be. I don't know. Definitely close to it. Yeah, if I remember when the kids were very, very young, we did go the the Katy Trail, and I had these bags as well. So if it's not 20 years, it's definitely close to it. But anyway, on those bags, they're nice. Would I get them again? I'm not totally sure what Arkle has now in their stock up. I hear a lot good on the Ortlip. Don't have any experience on Ortlip bags, but the Ortlip bag have one big compartment. These ones have a lot of small little compartments, which initially you think it's fine, but they have these, especially the beast bags in the back here on the top there. That's kind of a thing you can take off and carry around with, and the same thing on this side. On top it has a bag that you can take off, and I don't really find them that useful. The taking off part is the part that I absolutely don't like about it. Kind of worried about falling off or something like that, or I don't know. I like everything integrated. Also, it's just easier to compartmentalize everything into little baggies and put it in a big sack or so. I saw one guy, a German guy that's touring the world. He has two Ortlip bags, big ones in the back, and then one big Ortlip pack sack, backpack kind of thing, that he straps on top of the rack on the back. So that's his work bag. That way, if he goes hiking or so, he can take that bag off the bike and do some hikes that he does along the route. Not sure how much hiking I'll be doing, or all the side trips without the bike. Definitely something to keep in mind when I do my bike tour. So to have some downtime, some off time of the bike would be very, very good. But anyway, I think all the bags also have the rain protection right built into the bag. It's a canvas part. For better or for worse, again, no experience from my side. These bags have rain covers you can throw on. They are yellow, high vis, and that protects the rain. The whole point for me though is these are the bags that I have, and instead of wasting more money, I really need to go out and ride. And I encourage you to do that too. Don't look for the best gear, but go out and do it. Once you do it and you're really frustrated about your gear, then you have a fair square reason to change it out. But we all get into the habit of daydreaming on the internet. Ooh, I want to do that. And all what we end up is shopping for something that we actually never do. So go out there and live the life that you're dreaming of, I tell you. And that's what I'm trying to do. And maybe the dream I have is not really the life I want to live. And we'll find out together on that. There is nothing to be afraid of, because even finding that out is worth a ton. Anyway, I think that was a lot rambling here this morning. I'm gonna shut up, try to drink a whole bunch more. Haven't filled up water at the trail town. Hope it's not gonna haunt me. But as I said, I have a half a bladder of water up front, and I hope by that time we'll have an opportunity to fill up on the water again. Old wisdom though tells me, don't do this shit, always fill up your water. Anyway, I wanted to say I shut up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. See you. We're going up. See you up the trail. Welcome to the Chin Up Camp. We are in this section of road, long section that is, with all the cracks and bumps and whatnot. So here I'm not gonna hold the camera for sure, because this is crazy. It's a stretch where you really need to be aware where you're riding. Sometimes you can find a little bit better spot. You can't really avoid these long cracks across the path because they go from one side to the other. Sometimes you're lucky, oh right there, you can hit a grass spot that grew in. So that kind of means that, no, not there. This means that there's soil underneath the shoe, so less likely to do a big bump. But you also need to ride really close to the edge. And I found sometimes these edges are also underwashed and there might be a huge hole. So you really have to be up on the game. It's not a relaxing ride. You can't just take in the scenery extremely. I mean, if you just ride in the middle, maybe you can just take all the bumps if you really want to, which basically you end up paying for somehow. It's not a gravel road crossing, that's asphalted, but piles of gravel is always on both sides, so that's something to pay attention on. So this here is gonna be for a while like that until we turn east, and then it should be asphalt, not asphalt, concrete again. All fairly good path, so that's what I'm looking forward to. So going up to Jefferson, I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, it was part of the tour. I'm glad I stuck to it. Really can't totally recommend it based on the path and camping site. I mean, if you have a place to continue on going through, definitely not a bad choice. But for either Sunday afternoon or weekend ride, let's ride from Des Moines up to Jefferson and back, I don't know, I would find a different location. By the way, the Harbor Highway Trail is now nicely asphalted, concrete actually, so that's a smooth riding. I really don't want to take away the business from Jefferson, but just telling you the facts here. If you're from around here, that and complaining, of course. Maybe I should just shut up and enjoy the morning, because the morning is really beautiful. If you ignore your butt, the overcast makes it look nice and cool. Birds start feeding. The air is fresh, has a little bit of humidity in it. As mentioned, the tent didn't have any humidity on it. Down the ground sheet, slight humidity from the ground, but not too bad. Could all pack it up nicely. That's not gonna happen when I'm gonna go in the fall. It's gonna be humid, I bet. So I'm really getting spoiled here, really. Beautiful. There comes one of those railroad signs where they mark the mileages to Jefferson, so I can look back and tell you how many miles we already did. Again, it was nice that it was 2 miles or something out of town. It was concrete, so it didn't stop right away. 7 miles. Oh, is that Cooper? Super Cooper, whatever that means. I think that's Cooper. That's where I stayed yesterday afternoon for a long time. I'm really glad I did, because I stayed at the park by the bathroom, the city park, and it was okay. It had bathrooms. I mean, a lot of people were out there with their kids playing, and I was just hanging around there. It wasn't the greatest place to hang around. Felt a little bit out of place, of course. Didn't have much to do besides think on the phone. I was listening to audiobooks, so I was staring straight ahead. It was a weird stare, probably, making everybody uncomfortable. But those are the things you need to get over with if you do tours like that, where you deviate a little bit from the credit card touring. So on the bright side, so far we spent $0 on this trip. All the gear already had. The food I raided out of the fridge, so it's a really low budget thing. Yes, I wasn't spending much money, but there's a road crossing there. So there's the shelter of Cooper I would show you, but there's a bump. Don't really feel like pulling things out. And I'm just gonna head on off this place. So if something causes you pain and it's unavoidable, just push through it, celebrate at the end, and that's what I'm doing here. Where was I? I totally forgot the train of thought here. Probably rambling on way too much here. But then again, it's a nice distraction to talk to you guys, because the path is straight and it goes straight into the horizon. It's down. See you down the trail. Not quite where I wanted to be yet, but I need just a minute off the bike here. Get some land legs again. The way we're going and the way we came. If you want to see one of the not so horrible, those are the cracks here. There's the next crack and the next crack and so on. There's some where groundhogs or something else was working underneath it, and it's gonna sink down quite a bit. Anyway, on the bright side here, there we have a little library, the Greenberry Creek little library. Please sit a while and enjoy nature, free books and postcards. Let's go ahead and take a peek inside of it. What do we have there? Wow, there's quite a few books. I'm just gonna grab them and take them over to the table so we can see what we got here, and then we can easier see things. There was one more card in there. It's kind of when you want to leave a card in there too. Wow, that's a nice card. What do we have on the back? Bicycle, Green County, reproduction of 1910. Neato. Oh, there's another one. Welcome to Henderson, Iowa. Autobiographical writing of Quixote. Question, coincidence, and chaos. What's that about? Some personal story there. Strange occurrence at Time Creek. Time Creek, a pastoral spot on the north spur of Racoon River Trail in central Iowa, is the setting of this unusual and magical story about the time of healing. Stuart, a cyclist on the trail, unexpectedly meets an elderly Abby Tilton on the bridge over the Time Creek and is pulled into her theory of quantum entanglement time travel. Open Road, essay about cars and life. has a lifelong affair with the automobile from his childhood in Iowa during the 50s to the present day. His first car at age 14 was a Studebaker. Visionaries Roadmap, Louis Molex. Some local feminist, cool. Ripley. Collection of story, poems, essay, memories from the son and daughter of Ripley, Iowa. Yeah, that was a definitely cool box here of this local area. Neat to see, neat to see. Gonna put them back into here. I wonder if the Tyne River is a creek. Is this little creek right here? So cute, cute, and a cute selection of the books. So here we have our little stone. Green Bear Creek. I assume that's the creek then, the Green Bear Creek. I'm mainly showing that to you because I want to walk a little bit. The Great American Rail Trail. And you see here the old wood. Also kind of deteriorating. So this bridge needs to be redone eventually too. If you want to or not. So maybe the key is to say, enjoy the trail while you can. That's a pretty good flowing tree. Yeah, creek tree. Well, so much for this little break. I'm gonna see you up the trail. Moo. 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 Woohoo! This is beautiful. I am back in heaven. Awesome. I want to give a shout out to all the Patreons here that make this beautiful, smooth trail possible for me to ride on. So again, thank you to all of you. Greatly appreciated. We have 46 miles left today and this whole trip. 10 of these miles will be on the road. It is what it is. But it also gets us a little bit down again and back into reality. Oh man, this is such a nice smooth surface. Little breeze, overcast. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Just awesome. Did they say we have the rest of the week also nice? No, not this time. I need to go back, recover my rear end and work up on it a little bit smaller. Beautiful though, beautiful. See you down the trail. Let's do a quick walkthrough on the amenities at Davison before the mower comes. Benches for breakfast, that's awesome. And here's the depot. Here's the sign again for all the donations for my awesome ride here. Thanks guys. A bike repair stand. Luckily it didn't have any issue. So here we have a little bit of info of how it was in the old days. Nice mud roads. In case you know why we build infrastructure. Without it, it would be like that. Few little items from the railroad. Oh, the bathroom is open. That is nice. So we have here more interesting stuff. An awesome bathroom. We're gonna use later. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. So definitely awesome. Water filling station here. Super. Love it. Love it. Top grade. Thanks. Side note, not sure what to think about that, is that nearly everything food-wise came from Aldi on this trip. The only thing that didn't come from Aldi was the breakfast yesterday, or part of the breakfast yesterday, the Mountain House oats and blueberry mix. Pretty much this was the whole thing what I had available. I just had some bars from Aldi as well that I ate a little bit. And yes, I do have a bag of beef jerky that I haven't dug into, also from Aldi. But this food was good, but it's about right now the time when a change needs to happen on the diet instead of eating always the same thing. So on this break I'm gonna get rid of the water bladder, fill up the bottles, and we should be good then and head off. See you down this trail. Stopping here because this is kind of a neat bridge. The river we are crossing is the Racoon River, and it's the old railroad bridge, obviously. And the cool part is not the whole bridge was covered up, so you can kind of see the old frames of the bridge, the rivets and everything. Pretty neat. And then over there you can see where the steel structure ends and kind of the wood structure starts. The river definitely has some current. You can hear the slushing of the water right there in the current. Let's check out the wood part. It's kind of neat that we still can use the old structure of the bridge. So here's the wood. Looks like there was a fire made. That was not great. Pretty neat. And the other structure side. So we're definitely on the old wood. Cool, awesome. Kind of lift the history a little bit. You know the drill. See you down the trail. Yeah, you can smell the wood, the tar impregnation. A lot of graffiti down here, to be expected. But here we can see the river. Ah, the river. The bridge. Yes, we can see the river too. It's right there. Awesome. Definitely a different view. This is just a little side spur here. Frog Creek's Park or something like that. Like a nice little creeky, swampy area. Beautiful. It's right off the trail here. I think I'm close to Perry here. Guess where I am now? We are back in Slater and enjoying a delicious ice cream. Heaven. So Slater has a little grocery store right downtown on Main Street. I think that's Main Street. It's a cute little shop. So I definitely recommend stopping by there to get yourself a treat. And this really concludes our ride here together. 3 days, 2 nights on the High Trestle Trail and the Racoon River loop. All what's left is 10 miles back to Ames on the side of the road. We should have tailwind. It should be easy. Nothing eventful should happen. So I'm gonna say goodbye, tschüss, and ciao right here. See you next time in one of our adventures. Oh, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, okay? Tschüss.